Hello everyone, this is Dustin Stelzer with Journey to Master, and today's episode I am going to talk about how to not get burned out. So, today's Memorial Day. I'm working. I worked an overtime day. It's like 5 o'clock right now in the afternoon. I've worked all day long. I'm tired. I'm kind of always tired. This is by far, man, running your own company, going out on your own, being young, hustling, grinding your fucking ass off. It gets overwhelming sometimes, and I've had some old wise guys tell me, like, look man, you're gonna burn out if you keep doing this, if you keep working every single fucking day all day long, never taking a break. You're going to burn out. And they were right. At a certain point I got really burned out doing this the first few months. I didn't take a single day off for months, and most of the days I was working like 12 to 15 hour days almost every day, which is why I decided to hire. But anyways, first off, I just wanted to set people's expectations right. For those of you that are thinking about going out on your own and you've never had an experience of going out on your own, you got to realize, man, like, this is the hardest fucking thing you're ever going to do. Unless you just want to, if you just want to sit and chill all the time and like do one job a week, and you've already got like a wife that pays all the bills, or you've got money already and you don't have to worry about like making ends meet. But for the rest of the world, like the 99% of the rest of us, we have to work to pay bills. And if you're trying to build a company and you're trying to build legacy, that's a whole different thing than just being an electrician and taking jobs as they come. So to that like group of people like me that are actually trying to build something, it's not a walk in the park, man. There is no working 2 days, just as jobs come in, and getting to like go smoke blunts in Jamaica and let other people do all the work, and like the money's just gonna come in and you're gonna be this instant millionaire. That shit's not how it works. Like, you put in hard work all day, every day, from the time you wake up 5 o'clock in the morning until you go to bed at midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like that every fucking day. At first, so far, like 8 months into this, 9 months, whatever I am into this, it hasn't stopped. I've only gotten busier and busier. There's only been more estimates to do, more materials to buy, more shit going on, phone calls in the middle of the night. It never stops. And I've always been the kind of guy that's worked 2 jobs, worked 3 jobs. Ever since I was a kid, I was a dad. So I've always had to make ends meet. I've always had to have multiple jobs. I've always had to be a hustler. It's the only way I could put food on my kids' fucking plate. I've always had to work hard. This is way harder than holding down 2 or 3 jobs. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. So again, to set your expectations right, this is not a walk in the park. If you want to be, if you want to work for a company, if you like just working every day and going home and like seeing your wife, or you like having money, go work for someone else. This is building something for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Like, building, meaning you work and work and work and don't pay yourself anything. You work and work and work and stack money and reinvest it in the company. And if you got a bill to pay, you pull a little bit out of the company and pay it, but then everything else is back in the company. That's what building a business is all about. And a lot of people that are my age, I will admit, I'm part of the fucking millennial generation, which I don't feel like is fair. I feel like millennials are lumped in as kids who are on screens all the time. And technically a millennial is anyone that was born from 94 on. But again, like, the technology, and 84 and on. But the technology in 1984 compared to the technology today is so vastly different. Like, when I was a kid, I didn't have a computer. We didn't have cell phones. Like, we had a Nintendo, like the OG original Nintendo. But that was it. Like, I still had to go outside and play with fucking sticks and go like ride bikes and skateboard and climb trees and get into trouble. It wasn't until I was like a sophomore in high school and like 1999 that we got the internet and got a computer. So like, fuck everyone who says like people that are born in 1985 are millennials. I'm not the same as some kid that was born in 2004, you know, and like how they're growing up, I understand like the judgment, the everybody thinks they're special and there's got to be all these awards for 7th place and you got to watch your speech. Everything's got to be so politically correct and you can do anything. You're a star. Like, fuck all that. That's not how I was raised. I was raised being told I'm a fucking idiot. And when I made a mistake, it was well known that I made a mistake, you know, and that I don't know. Anyways, I completely got off my rant there. But what I'm saying is, like, a lot of people that are coming up through the trades right now want to have like desk jobs, or they want to be that kid millionaire, you know. They don't want to work for 10 years to see the results of anything. They want to be instantly the all-star baseball player. They want to be instantly the best skateboarder. And they have really sensitive feelings. So like the workplaces that they go into, they're like sadder quicker and they don't want to stick with anything very long. So they're going to job hop around. This whole like group of people that are coming up into this trade are very, very different. And so I'm kind of talking to y'all that are going to be coming up. You know, I've had videos where I say don't go to college, be in the trades, but know that when what you're getting into is like a brutal environment of taking shit from people. And I don't mean like people treating you bad. I mean like the people that do this are very direct, very to the point, and they're going to tell you exactly what they think and exactly how you're doing it. If you can't cut it, if you need somebody to be all buttery and soft with you and tell you in a different way like how you could improve, and if you're weak to being able to hear a message and you cry easily, like it's probably not the environment for you. You need to have some grit to be able to do this. But if you want to like own your own company, you got to have a lot of fucking grit. You know, this is not the thing to do to think that you're going to be a millionaire in 2 years, or to think that you're just going to have all this money sitting around. Like, this is fucking work, man. So the other half of my rant is to say you can get burned out doing electrical work, especially if you're like a journeyman and you're doing side work and you're working constantly all day, all night, 7 days a week. So how do you not get burned out? First off, I really believe 100% that if you're going to do this job, if you're going to be an electrician, you need to be a good electrician. There's a lot of hacks out there that are killing people, and a lot of people that are doing really shit work. You need to be good at what you're doing. So you need to immerse yourself in reading and studying and getting into Facebook groups, getting into forums, asking lots of questions, and becoming excellent at it. But the other half of that is this has to be a huge joy to you. You can't hate this job and hope that you're just going to be able to do it every day and be good at it and not get burned out. You need to really love what you're doing. The more you love what you're doing, the more you're trying to figure out the science behind how electricity works and how motors work and, you know, transformers, and just like, if you're passionate about this, it's a lot easier to work 7 days a week, 29,000 hours a day and do this. If you hate it, you're not going to be a good electrician as it is. If you hate anything, you're not going to be good at it. So like, take it seriously, study it, ask questions, get pumped out about it, and that will last you a lot longer before you get burned out. The other thing is, every once in a while, just shut it the fuck off. I would go like 3 months straight without a day off, and at the end of it, I just wanted to rip my fucking hair out because there was so much built up over that time. And so I would take an entire weekend. One time, after 3 months, I finally gave myself one weekend. I left town, went out and hung out with some of my closest people, and just relaxed, man. Like, didn't think about electricity, didn't think about answering my phone. I shut my phones off. No customers were able to get a hold of me. I didn't care. This was my time. And just completely refreshing and then getting back into it again. You have to take a break, man. At some point, like, we're not robots. We feel, we need connections with people. We need to like walk away from a situation. Have you ever troubleshot something or tried to figure out, you know, like if you're a writer and you're trying to write something and you get this block and you just can't figure out the problem or the issue that you're working on, And so you walk away, you go to a park, walk the dog, whatever, take a nap. You wake up the next morning and like, boom, instantly, you know what the answer is. It's because you need to let your mind get taken off of something, and the answer just like comes right to you. Especially when you're troubleshooting something, you get so wrapped up into like the micro of the problem that you don't really look out at the macro, and your brain's still just so worn out from working on something that it doesn't see the connections that are like blatantly in front of you until you've had some rest. So another bit of advice for not burning out is just staying motivated. If you're not like a self-starter, if you're not always hustling, if it doesn't come natural to you to grind your face off and work, and always try to have like a side hustle and just trying to make it, if that whole trying to make it thing is not natural to you, you're going to have a really hard time. If you need motivation and you can't stay motivated, there's other ways of doing it though. So you could listen to things like Gary Vaynerchuk's podcast, or subscribe to him on YouTube, subscribe to him on Facebook, Instagram. The more messages you can get all day long, every day, to keep you focused, the better. I mean, I listen to a lot of different podcasts. I listen to like Tony Robbins, and I just listen to positive people speak. I don't listen to FM radio, and I don't watch the news, all of this like negative fucking, there's terrorists everywhere in the world, we gotta kill terrorists, we gotta keep Mexicans out of our country and keep the fags away. Like, fuck all of those people, man. You don't need negativity in your life, and you don't need people to tell you what you need to think about things. You need to think whatever the fuck you think about this world, and stop letting people get into your head and change your mind. You gotta have an open mind. That being said, like, don't be closed-minded. That's not what I'm saying. Be you. Thoroughly think about the things that you put a lot of your opinion into, but be changeable. You could be very wrong. But what I'm saying is, like, there's a lot of negative people out there, especially like Fox and CNN and fucking NBC and BBC, all of this like terror, fear-mongering influences that are on the fucking one-eyed babysitter, the big screen that you're watching. Make sure that you're listening to positive influences, man. People that you're gaining something out of. You're not gaining anything about listening to the latest fucking train bombing and, oh no, there's terrorists in our streets, and oh no, some 13-year-old kid shot a bunch of kids today, and you need to be scared of your neighbors, and you gotta be scared at the airport, and oh no, the airport, they're putting these new machines in, and oh my god, self-driving cars are coming up, and every one of them's crashing everywhere, and oh my god, they're putting chemicals, like, fuck all of that, man. Fuck all of it. The radio and the TV, and even the movies you watch. It might be a good idea to stop watching so many fucking movies. Stop watching so much Netflix. Stop watching House of Cards and Lost and whatever. I don't even know. I don't watch TV. I only allow influences in my life if they benefit me. Even my friend group. I don't have a group. I have like 3 friends, and they live at like 2 hours, 13 hours, and 24 hours away by driving. Like, they live across the country, but they're like the best fucking people, and they drive me, and we build each other up. I don't have any loser friends. I got rid of all of the friends that just weren't doing anything. They were draining me. And they weren't a benefit in my life. Like, structure your life with positive influences, people that hustle, people that think like you, and as many examples of where you want to be that you can have in your life, other people that are doing it too, the more you're going to stay focused on it and driven, because you're going to have somebody else that's doing it to kind of help you and to look at it. Things to... Just fuck that whole thing up. Sorry. I know that was like an all over the goddamn place rant, but it's basically going back to like motivation. If you need help being motivated, then there's places you can go, there's things you can watch, but ultimately you need to develop self-motivation. And that's hard for a lot of people. A lot of people have depression. Every fucking person has depression. Everyone. The people that are all smiley and that don't have anything wrong in their life and everything just seems like it's great all the time, they're hiding it really fucking well. For the rest of us, you can see it in our faces when we're pissed off and we're sad. You're not special. Nobody's fucking special. Everybody's depressed. Everybody's got problems. Everybody's got issues. The real people that make it in life and that get where they want to get and get out of the shit, get out of the fucking strife and struggle, are the people that made themselves, that forced themselves to do it. They didn't need somebody screaming in their fucking ear. They didn't need to watch 17 motivational videos and buy 14 self-help books, which it's not self-help. If somebody else wrote a book that's helping you, that's them helping you. It's not self-help. You need to find it, whatever the fucking thing is in you that's holding you down. You need to choke that shit and fucking throw it away and decide today's a new day. I'm moving forward. All that old shit in the past is in the past. The past isn't now, and the future isn't now. All the worrying about everything that's happened to you and everything that's gonna happen to you, none of that's here right now. Right now you're driving a truck. Right now you're brushing your teeth. Right now you're putting on makeup for you. Never mind, not even gonna go there. Right now you're listening to some fucking asshole yell at you about what you need to be doing with your life. The right nows are all you live. You only ever live a constant state of now. Now. Like right now, what are you doing? There's not a 5 minutes from now that even exists. There's just the now when you're down the road a ways. And that's a now also. So the now, like you choose to do things now, and that's how your life changes. It's not, oh, tomorrow I'm gonna do this, and like, yeah, I know I should really get around to like writing that paper, or like, you know, someday I'm gonna find out like who I am and figure out where I'm going in life, but for the time being I'm just gonna stay depressed. That's not how life changes. That's not how things change. Things change by you deciding and fucking doing it. That's the change right there. And then the next moment, you change and do it again. The next moment, you do it again. The next moment, you do it again. And you create that pattern of doing it. Doing it is what changes everything. Thinking about doing it, gonna do it, fuck you're gonna. Do. Do is the only way to change. And so if you need like motivation and help trying to get to the next thing and trying to figure out how to hustle, you're not there yet. And you're not gonna be there until you look at yourself in the mirror and be like, fuck you and fuck your bullshit, fuck your excuses, fuck your sadness and your depression and all of this shit that lets you hold yourself down. Fuck all this carrying weights around your, you know, your ankles and having a ball and chain. Fuck you for giving yourself excuses, for allowing that to follow you around. Cut that shit off and embrace the man side of yourself. Let go of that fucking child side. Because nobody gives a fuck, man. You're the only one holding yourself back. Jesus Christ. So anyways, hope everybody has a wonderful day. Please turn the radio to 97.7, the cool breeze. No, man, dude, I have people in my life that complain a lot, or that are, you know, sad a lot, that want to get somewhere and they have nothing but excuses constantly about how they're not getting there and why they're sad. And honestly, after years and years of hearing people complain, I just don't fucking care, because that's not me. I don't dwell on shit. Something hits me and I duck, you know, and I just fucking go around. Or, you know, something hits me, I put a band-aid on it and boom, get back on the fucking horse. Like, don't let shit hold you back, man. We only live one life, as far as we know. Like, if you believe there's a God and a guy up in the clouds watching you and judging you, and you're not going to get to see him unless you believe in him, or if you believe that everything's complete fucking chaos and like you're, you know, or you're Satanist and like do as thou wilt, live for the day, you know, whatever your fucking thing is. Where was I going with that? Oh, whatever you believe, all we have proof of, like concrete evidence of, is that we only get one life. Maybe we get another one in heaven or in fucking Nirvana or whatever, you know. Who knows? None of us know that shit. But one thing we do know is that Dustin Michael Stelzer is going to live and he's going to fucking die. And there ain't going to be another one of him on this planet that anyone can recognize. So my whole point is that, like, life's short, man. You could die in a motorcycle accident in a week. So the things that are important to you, Don't wait your whole life and then be sitting on your fucking deathbed at 85 years old wishing that you would have done something, or wish you would have lived life how you want to. Live life the way you want to today. Like, hold yourself at a higher standard than and stop giving a shit about everybody else's standard for you. Hold yourself at your standard. Impress yourself. Stop fucking trying to impress everybody else in the world, because everybody else in the world's got an opinion of you regardless. Doesn't matter how good you're doing, people are still going to hate on you. Doesn't matter how bad you are doing, people are still going to love you. So fucking do you, boo-boo. Everybody, just do you and stop caring about everybody else's opinion. You only get to do this one time. Why waste it? Why waste a second being pissed off? Why waste a second worrying about other people's opinion of you? Why waste a second not doing everything that you want to fucking do with your life? If you want to go like rock climbing, go fucking rock climbing. Don't come up with excuses why you're too tired. And like, fucking just do, man. Just do. That's my whole thing. Have a good day, motherfuckers. I love y'all. Bye.